Children from wealthy families gain a substantial advantage, not solely due to the resources at their disposal, but because of the mindset their parents cultivate in them. They benefit from years of wisdom passed down by those who have achieved remarkable success. The right guidance at the right moment can lead to significant long-term impacts. Here are 15 crucial lessons that affluent individuals teach their children, which are often absent in the upbringing of those less fortunate. Number 1. Grasping how money works. While it may seem straightforward to some, many people never stop to consider: how is money actually made? Why does my employer pay me this specific amount? What influences my salary or earnings? What steps can I take to improve my financial situation? Wealthy parents prioritize teaching their children the significance of money early on. By doing so, kids become familiar with the idea of value in exchange for services provided. In contrast, families with fewer resources often avoid conversations about money altogether. Income and expenses are kept secret, and the only time children hear about finances is during arguments about not having enough. This often leads them to associate money with stress and negativity, rather than understanding its value or purpose. If you're ready to shift your mindset and learn how to make money work for you, subscribe to our channel. We're here to provide valuable lessons and strategies that can help you take control of your financial future. Number 2. Understanding assets and liabilities. One of the reasons the less affluent struggle financially is that they often cannot distinguish between a wise purchase and a poor one. When they earn money, they tend to spend it immediately, which perpetuates their financial difficulties. Here's a straightforward explanation: an asset generates income, while a liability drains your finances. The challenge is that many people fail to recognize liabilities for what they are. For instance, the car you use to run errands and the home you live in are both liabilities. They don't produce any income but instead require money for maintenance, fuel, or repairs. On the other hand, the wealthy dedicate their time and resources to acquiring assets, like buying properties that yield rental income, writing books that generate royalties, or investing in businesses that bring steady returns. While wealthy individuals may own luxury cars and homes, they don't fund these indulgences directly from their income. Instead, their assets cover such expenses. For example, if they desire an expensive new car, they might first purchase 2 rental properties and use the income from those rentals to finance the car lease. This way, even when the car is no longer in use, the rental income remains intact. This distinction in mindset is critical. As money begins to flow in, prioritize acquiring assets over spending on liabilities. That shift will pave the way for lasting financial stability. Number 3. Focusing on increasing income, not reducing expenses. One of the most valuable lessons a parent can impart to their child is how to generate more income. The more financially savvy you are, the less effort you need to exert in the world. This is why Wall Street brokers often earn far more than miners. Who do you think is putting in more physical labor? Do you think the wealthy care about saving a few dollars on a $5 Starbucks coffee or a $30 movie ticket? Instead, they concentrate on increasing their income. By significantly boosting their earnings, there's always extra money left over at the end of the month. While poor people teach their children to cut back on expenses, rich people teach them to focus on growing their income. This is a key distinction. Number 4. Money is a tool. People with limited financial means often blame their struggles on not having enough money, associating negativity with the concept of wealth. The reason for this is that, even when they do acquire money, it often brings about more problems they aren't equipped to handle. In contrast, wealthy individuals see money differently. They recognize it as just a tool that helps them navigate life. It's simply paper and plastic with designs that we trade for tangible value. Nothing more, nothing less. Don't take money too personally. Use it for its intended purpose, exchanging it to improve your life. It's like a pair of scissors. You can use them to cut hair or you can harm yourself with them. When you start thinking of money as a tool, your entire perspective changes, and you'll stop using it in ways that hurt you. Many poor people believe they'll get rich quickly, win a large sum of money, or inherit property, thinking that this will magically improve their lives. The problem is, even if they somehow come into wealth, they often lack the knowledge to manage it and eventually squander it all. Rich parents make it a priority to teach their children the value of long-term thinking. This is one of the key distinctions of wealthy individuals. Number 5. Don't work for money, make money work for you. People with limited financial resources trade their time for money, then spend it. In contrast, wealthy individuals use money to generate more money. There's a stark contrast in how the two groups approach finances. Many remain poor because they believe that you need a significant amount of money to start investing. On the other hand, the wealthy are always seeking even the smallest opportunities to add to their income streams. It's not about the size of the amount, it's about getting used to the idea of growing something yourself. Nowadays, you can launch a business with less than $100 if you know what you're doing, or even for free if you're willing to invest time. Once you start earning enough revenue, you can use that money to hire others to handle tasks you once managed, freeing you up to focus on scaling and more important aspects of your business. Number 6. How to build daily habits that provide remarkable benefits. One of the most essential skills you can teach your child is how to develop lasting habits. Habits are incredibly powerful. Once you recognize their value, they can transform your life. It typically takes about 21 days to form a new habit, and once you push through that initial period, the habit becomes second nature. If you want to get fit but struggle to find the motivation to go to the gym, turn exercise into a daily habit. The same principle applies to work. If you make organizing and optimizing your workflow a habit, you'll free up significant time for other activities. The rich consciously choose habits that foster wealth building, while the poor tend to engage in negative patterns. So be mindful of the habits you encourage in your child, because children learn more from observing your actions than from simply following your instructions. Number 7. Solving problems is the fastest path to wealth. A key lesson that rich parents teach their children is the difference between earning a paycheck and building wealth. Here's the distinction. People with limited means are paid to do tasks that others need completed, like delivering newspapers, washing cars, or answering phones. These are repetitive, single-task jobs where the work is the same over and over again. In contrast, wealthy people avoid repetitive tasks because they can easily be outsourced. Instead, they focus on solving bigger problems. Teach your children this, and they'll be on their way to success. Number 8. Understanding the difference between good debt and bad debt. Bad debt keeps you poor, while good debt helps you build wealth. Did your parents ever teach you this growing up? Probably not. The key lies in the purpose of the debt. People with limited means tend to borrow money to purchase liabilities, like a new car, a phone, or covering everyday expenses. In contrast, the wealthy only take out loans to create more income. Banks and investors are eager to fund these kinds of ventures, as long as you can show them how their money will be safe and how you'll repay it. Banks are confident that the building will eventually be sold or rented out, which is why they're willing to take the risk. Number 9. Money doesn't make you a better person. It solves some problems. When you think of wealthy kids, you might imagine spoiled, arrogant individuals who believe money makes them superior. But that's not typically the case. Unless money was inherited, wealth often comes from years of hard work. Many wealthy individuals remain humble because they never forget their humble beginnings. These values stay with them, and humility and respect are often some of the first lessons wealthy parents teach their children. It's important to never feel ashamed of wealth or success. It's something to celebrate. Money can provide material comforts, but it doesn't offer peace of mind or spiritual contentment. Number 10. The power of ownership. Owning assets like businesses, intellectual property, or real estate is the key to building and sustaining wealth. Ownership provides control, passive income, and the ability to leverage resources for further growth. Rich people often expose their children early to lessons on how ownership works in real-life scenarios, such as investing in the stock market or buying property. The power of ownership lies in its ability to transform resources into lasting wealth, opportunities, and freedom. By teaching children the value of owning assets rather than simply consuming or renting, you equip them with the mindset and tools needed to build a prosperous future. Ownership isn't just about wealth, it's about empowerment, control, and creating a legacy. If this message inspires you and you want to continue learning about building wealth and creating a legacy, consider subscribing to our channel. We're here to provide valuable insights to help you on your journey. Let's grow together.